Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Really? You seem like such a girlfriend guy. It's happening. Is everything okay?
I just have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I think my thing is that it's still a college show. And I think I was like, this feels real and messy and honest. And also I want you to be back next season. And I think there's so much, I think when you're coming out, it is this kind of like push and pull and secrets and dishonesty and hiding. And yeah, it just kind of felt like we had to end it that way, partially inspired by my own experiences of coming out and some people knowing and some people not. And yeah, I think we wanted it to still be like, no, these are college kids. And sometimes it can get messy. And I think you can get confused and you'll be at a party and you think you saw something, but you actually didn't. And it just felt like also a really inspirational place to take us in season 2 of let's maybe take the rug out from under some of these characters. And I think the Benny Carmen relationship, I think felt so solid right before them. And
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some, I think, beautiful healing in the future if we're allowed to do it, and even more problems. Because I think, the relationship between gay men and women, it's not just like perfect. I think there's so much as you're coming out. I think it's 2 human beings who are trying to find themselves. And I think that's what the story is. So
it is a gut punch for sure. And it does make me really have deep feelings about season 2 and just like wanting so much for both them and her. And I think it is a really great projection of what happens in college, where when you engage with things that are, or actually in general in life, when you engage with a version of yourself that's dishonest and you're not putting your, you're not valuing yourself and you're making decisions from a place of really low self-esteem, things get messy and it's never rewarding,
yeah. I don't want to give too much away because I really need documents signed that say I have. I would love confirmation before I tell you. No, I think my whole thing in entering this is like, and even it's the way that Adam plays him. And in that scene, I really loved writing that scene between Carmen and Peter, because I think no matter what, if you're approaching this as like, it's a villain, but this is a kid in college who's trying to figure his life out. And I think we all have our reasons for these performances. I don't think I was assuming someone was like a villain or evil or just a dick. I think there's so much more to all of these choices that people are making. And I think there are bigger things at play. So full redemption, maybe, but I do think that there's so much there. And I think Adam is such an inspiring actor, I think also to write for, because I just think he brought so much heart to that character, and you can feel how much pain is there. And I think that's why that scene between them, it's like one of my favorite in the entire series, scene between Carmen and Peter, because it just feels like she thought she knew one thing about him and he thought he knew one thing about her. And I think that that's not the case for any of these characters. So
yeah, I ship them. I'm sorry. Like,
oh, you are nasty.
I know.
Oh my God.
I love like an
Honestly,
enemy lover
same.
situation. I'm sorry.
It's good. Yeah, we kind of want the audience to feel, I think, a little conflicted. We had this in a room too, where we're like, it is kind of working in this,
You, on that day, I feel like the entire set, everyone's hearts were outside their chest watching you cry. Also, like multiple, you're taking multiple takes and you're shooting from multiple directions. And it just felt like we were watching you go through the ringer every take.
It was so, that was one of those days, I truly did just hold Wally as the person after that day. And it sounds so like kind of actory, but yeah, I don't know. I worked through something that day and I feel really lucky and fortunate that I had that moment. It felt like I could finally hug like all the women that had led me to finally being now like with my boyfriend. And I love being gay. I don't know. And I named the character Carmen after my godmother who had passed away when I was in college. And I don't know, there was just this moment where I was like experiencing it and Wally was just like looking at me in this way. It just like, it wrecked me. And I felt like, I don't know, in some way there was like a cathartic moment of feeling like I like finally got to come out to her or something. And it was on my terms. And that to me, yeah, that scene and like what everyone allowed me to do that day. And Scott King, the showrunner, he like hugged me after, and it was just really, I think in so many ways it was like the show's love letter to these women that I think are there and like catching us right at this like what it feels like the biggest heartbreak of your entire life. But of course, you know, you'll get over it, and the next episode is like absolutely back. But it's like, you know, in that moment, it's like world ending. And the editor, Todd Downing, he put clause to that scene. And we were always thinking about scoring it, but the second clause was added. We were like, this is, I mean, oh my God. It's like literally what it feels like in that moment to be like, oh, I really thought you wanted to. It sucks. Damn it.
And there's only one person that you know you can go to that is going to understand you. And it felt like that.
Thank
felt
God
like
she saw it. Yeah. And then there's like the one final part where you're like, am I going to lie to her anymore? And it's like, no, I can't. She just saw all that. It's over. Yeah. You had a good one. Say it again in the camera.
Pedro Pascal.
There we go.
Plays my father, perhaps?
Come on, please.
Sexy professor. Let's
Can't you
go.
see it? Literally. Oh my God. Yeah. I want more. But here's the thing. Okay. So I feel like there's also so much more to give to some of the people that we only got for a couple scenes, and now we're greedy.
Yeah.
And like Caleb Heron was on set for 2 days, and I'm already like, I want a full story arc. I am upset. He's genius. I would love Matt and Bowen back. Like and Connie and Kyle, I think, you know, we only had them for a week on set, and that's what they did in a week's time. Like, it's crazy. So I think, yeah, Zed is coming to mind to me today, and I can't think of anyone else because I want the spring break episode. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just seeing Zed and I'm seeing Clarity. That'll be a cheap
In the same way, what if there was a Britney cameo in a similar way that there was a Megan cameo where she plays herself in some way? And
I couldn't even, well, here's the thing. I'd have to have someone else do it for me. I couldn't even see her. I would cry.
you would make
That would be full.
it's like looking at the sun.
Yeah. No, it'd be too much.
Yeah.
Brittany, Pedro, Zed, the greats. Hello, got it.